Thomas, congratulations. You must be very proud of your side tonight.
Yeah, they deserve to win, and first half was difficult because they had a lot of ball possession, made us suffer. But every ball win from us was dangerous. We were dangerous with counterattacks. We never lost the hunger. We never lost the desire to defend. In first half, second half was even better structure to defend. It was a fantastic performance in second half, and we could have scored so much earlier, so much more to be safe. But no time for criticism now. Is a fantastic achievement, and a big congratulations to the team.
Yeah, you deserved that second goal because they kept you on edge.
Yes, of course, can happen any second in any football match, not only against Real Madrid, but against Real Madrid. Of course, it's always dangerous. They can turn from nothing into gold, so you're always on the edge. And big congratulations, because to hang in there, even if you have big chances, you miss again. Never lose concentration, never lose the focus, never lose the positive energy on the pitch. Huge performance, and well deserved.
And I must mention Mendy in goal, because he was tested a couple of times. That very important that he saved.
Even against Fulham last time we played here against Fulham was the same. Was there, and was solid and so strong. Strong hands, strong mentality. Good guy. Happy he kept a clean sheet again.
I think I alerted you to this statistic before the first leg. You're the first manager to do back-to-back Champions League finals with different clubs. So you must be doing something right. It's a nice little piece of history.
Yeah, or not, because it's not the same club. It depends who you ask. No, I'm happy. I'm very happy that we achieved this. To like you say, I'm in general very grateful to have the opportunity to live my life in football, and to this passion as a profession. This is more than grateful, and to do it on this level, and to coach a team like this, and to arrive now a second time in a finalist. I'm very thankful for that, very grateful.
Do you feel you're ahead of plan? When you joined Chelsea at the end of January, could you have imagined
you
all
can
of this?
never be ahead of plan as a manager and as a player. Never. Does not exist.
Very good point. And you got Manchester City, of course. No reunion with Paris Saint-Germain. It's going to be an all Premier League final. That's something. You've got a dress rehearsal this weekend as well.
Yeah.
Something you're anticipating? Is that the
Saturday?
toughest problem to solve? Not Saturday. I'm looking ahead.
The final? No. Ask me 4 days before the final, when the last week arrives. It's too early, because there will be, hopefully not, but there can be injured players. There can be players out of form. Whatever happens. We need to wait. We need to wait and see. Hopefully we arrive with the whole squad, and we arrive in a good moment and good atmosphere, because it's not done yet. It's not done yet. We want to go all the way. That means we arrive in Istanbul to win.
Whatever happens, we're looking forward to it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, he didn't get his hands on it last season when he was in charge of PSG, but I wonder if he'll hold it in a few weeks' time when they play against Manchester City for Chelsea. He's done a remarkable job in a very short space of time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's come in, as you said, he's hit the ground running. We were talking beforehand, we'd love to be able to have a little bit of insight and get in the training ground and just find out what he's actually done.
But he gives a lot of insight. His interviews, don't he? He's very considered. He's also sharp-witted as well.
Yeah.
He's so impressive when every time he talks to Des, he's on it. Especially, English not being his first language, and I think he's very classy. And when he took the job over, he alluded to Frank giving him a good team. There's a big lineage. The academy's brought players through. He knew he was coming into a stable club. In that sense, but what he's done and put his head on the block, he's been top class. He's took this team and he's got everyone playing for him. And what he said in that interview there, Gary, when he said about positive energy, that's what I see when I look at this Chelsea team now. Positive energy. Always
certainly has a lot of energy on the touchline, yeah. Michael, doesn't he? He's one of those kind of coaches that gets right into things.
The modern day coach, isn't it? Coaches that come on after the game, pat his players on the back. I think the cold shoulder doesn't really work nowadays. I think the manager is part of that team, creating the great group that Azpilicueta mentioned in his interview after. But no, modern day manager, he's tightened things up at the back as well. They look very, very solid.
Because inside the dressing room, bit of a celebration going on.
Yeah, a lot. The last 10 minutes I had no voice, because we were screaming a lot. Where we started under the new manager, we were 10 in the league. We had a lot of chances in cup final and to come in the cup final, to come in Champions League final, and now we reach everything. We are on the road to top 4. We can win the Champions League. We can win the FA Cup. Our team is incredible. What we do today, we have not so much the ball like normally, but how we control the game, how we control the rhythm was unbelievable against the team with world-class players on every position. So we are young, but I think we are not stupid to make easy mistakes. We made it very, very good today.
Absolutely brilliant performance, and your goal was so important. So it was a lovely gift for you, wasn't it?
I had to wait a long time that the ball coming down. It took like hours until the ball was coming. But I think also before the goal, how we play to become Kai free in this position. Easy double pass with Engie, me and Engie. Then he plays a very good ball to Kai. He hit the bar, and then of course an easy goal for me. But also the chances we created, most of them beginning of the second half, was very good. Maybe we did when you can say something to us today is it's the fact that we can decide the game earlier in the second half. But at the end, I think it's not easy to play against Real Madrid, and we did it very, very well.
The manager is a very intense individual when the game is on, but he's told you to relax and the goals will come. And he sent all the players home last night. You normally gather in a hotel just to take some of the stress out of the situation. It's a clever manager.
Yeah, of course. I think for us players, I know the manager, they love it to go to the hotel before the game because they have everybody together. But I think for us players, it's the best thing when you can sleep at home in your bed, when you are around your family, when you're around your normal home. And it works the last games, it works today, and I think that's a good thing what the manager decided in that case.
It's going to be an exciting few weeks. Thanks, Timo.
Thank you very much.
It's an important goal for him this evening.
Huge. I mean, he's been under pressure, under scrutiny, under the spotlight. He still goes out there. I said before the game, he's somebody who, yes, he's been missing chances, but he's in the position to score the goals. And he's shown in previous times in his career, he knows where the back of the net is, and the manager's given him that confidence. The confidence comes from keeping on picking him every week, and that's what he's done. And what's been great about Tuchel since he's come here is that the players in the squad, yes, some of the players are out, some of the players are in. You see the reaction there. They're all together. There's a togetherness here that's unbelievable. Pulisic, it was a certainty for us when we were talking beforehand to start. Doesn't start, manager doesn't start him. Impact comes in, assist for a goal. That bodes well for this team going forward.
And I suppose that helps when you're getting victories and confidence and togetherness comes when you're winning.
Yeah, winning games, it makes it very easy for the manager. But he's right, the group. We saw Thiago Silva when he was injured a few weeks ago. I think it was in the quarterfinals, and he was in the stands cheering his teammates on. Emerson come on and scored an important goal. Who's been out in the wilderness? What he done in his early weeks, I think Tuchel, he brought everyone, all the senior players back. He brought everyone in the squad. Everyone felt like a fresh start. He used everyone in like the first 3 or 4 games. So everyone's had a look, and now the season's coming to the end, and he's settling on this team. I think this will probably be the team for the final. But they was just from start to finish on point. The mentality's right. The positive energy was right, the tactics were right, and you've got to take your hat off to the manager. He's done a great job.
When you look at Timo Werner, do you see a prolific goal scorer, Michael?
A prolific getter of chances, not a great finisher, but because he gets so many chances, then I think he'll end up scoring a lot of goals. I thought the first one, actually...
The one that was disallowed?
The one that was disallowed, I thought that was a big chance in terms of I thought he made the wrong run. Now, in this position, you've almost got to lose a yard without losing your momentum. Now, the hard thing is that you're in a position, you think, oh, this is a great position I'm in. But unfortunately, you're offside if you keep running. So I think you've got to either peel to one side or peel to the... And that kills a yard for you. That makes you lose a yard. If you just keep running directly... We did the same thing on Benzema before the game. And because he runs directly... then all of a sudden he stays offside. So if he just peels out the back, the ball still comes to him, but it kills a yard.
And you know
him.
as a striker that you are offside, don't you? You always know.
Exactly, you're looking right across and you can see and you can feel it. And as I say, the temptation of staying in a dangerous position is there, so you don't want to vacate it, but sometimes you've just got to because you're offside, you can see it. And as I say, if you just peel off a little bit, defenders are still running in. There's your yard, there's where you get your yard back, but you're still in a finishing position. It's a big chance. It doesn't appear it because it's offside, but it should have been a goal for him if he wasn't so eager to get into a killer position.
I think one of the biggest assets with him and the front players, any of the front players that play, bar probably Giroud, when they win it, the intent then is to really hurt the opposition. They go direct, and it's great when we're here, we can see it. And immediately, it's like the trigger. Win the ball, like Kante on the front foot wins the ball. From there on, it's just bullets, blue bullets flying forward and looking to hurt teams. This team are going to be a problem. They've already beat Man City this season. We're going to move on and talk about it, but I think there'll be a problem for Man City in the final.
Yeah, and they, Timo Werner talked about the fact that they should have killed this game off.
Yeah.
And boy, they should. They had chance after chance after chance, didn't they?
They did, and it, like I said, it always come from winning the ball and going bodies in the box. One of the big features of the game, I thought, it's a wonderful header there from Havertz, nearly
Great
into the top corner. But one of the contrasts with the team were the athleticism and the running and the willingness from the forward teams. Benzema and Hazard never threatened him behind. Kroos had the ball, one of the best passers in the world. But Chelsea had it with Pulisic, they had it with Mount, they had it with Werner, they had it with Havertz. Constant runners, like that energy. And like I said, that comes from a willingness to do it. But listen, if you're nitpicking, it should have been 5 or 6. But this is the semi-final of the Champions League, and it was a staggering performance for one team to be that dominant.
Do you know the first goal came from a dink tonight from Havertz dinking. Apart from the first 2 headers there were obviously headers. The next 3 chances here, this being the third, you can make a case for a dink on all 3 of them. I'm not sure why Chelsea ended up just shooting straight at Courtois, but he goes down. He's a big lad and he gets down early, and I think they could have gone for the dink each of the times he just gets a touch on that's close. I mean, it's unlucky, but as I say, choice of finish, and I think the dink was on all 3 of those efforts there in the early part of the second half.
And you know what, they all them clips there, it's a running off Real Madrid players. And you look at the team that they put out today, 6 of the starters were over 30. You worry for this Real Madrid team, and that was a big telling factor today. They looked a bit leggy, they looked a bit tired, and a team that just over that tipping point, I think.
It's funny when you watch games of football and teams have got a lead and then they miss chance after chance. You always think they're going to pay for this, but it never felt like that, did it? On this occasion, really, it might have done to Chelsea fans. I'm sure watching at home they were terrified, but it didn't here.
It didn't, and you know what? Maybe the sort of the clinicalness of not having the fans in benefited the Chelsea players, because imagine if you miss 3 or 4 of them chances. This is a full house, everyone expecting, wanting that party to go to Istanbul. Then the nerves bring. But you got to credit the Chelsea players for the professionalism, to get the job done, and they just kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing it. Eventually, it fell to arguably, I think Chelsea's player of the season, Mason Mount, and he dispatched it. And we're off to Istanbul.
Talked about Kai Havertz was the only player that he came in. He came in instead of Pulisic. He had a really good... He reminds you of someone, Rio.
He reminds me of Berbatov, a player I played with at Manchester United. He's got that little lazy swagger at times, and you feel like he's got a bit of a nonchalance about him. But the guy is just so smooth, man. And like Joe made a good point before the game, the game kind of just doesn't quicken up around him at all. The game slows down to his pace, and he gets things done really, really elegantly. His touch is always exquisite, and I think he's going to grow into be a really important player, and a player that really does showcase his talents in a way that not many others can.
He's classy, isn't he?
He's very classy, and he's going to score hatfuls of goals because of that reason. And Tuchel alluded to that before the game. He's got a physicality. He's going to score headers. He's going to score from set pieces. I think he's Berbatov, but with a yard.
Yeah.
He's quicker.
Yeah, he's quick, isn't he? Once he gets going, he really is. You like him, Michael?
I do, yeah. I think Joe summed it up perfectly before the game. I think some people hit the ground running when they come into the Premier League. He's going to need a little bit of time. His size is a great asset for him. His touch there, where he just took a great first touch and then nutmegged the fellas, it's exquisite. And not many people can do things like that. He can score a goal as well. He's going to be very good. I just think he needs time.
I can't wait.
Tasty.
Yeah, I can't wait. Listen, I predicted before the semi-finals at all, I said the 2 foreign teams will get to the final. Proved dramatically wrong, but pleasingly, 2 English teams in the final.
They're struggling
I think
a little
this is
bit
the
at the
worst.
moment in Istanbul with COVID and stuff. I'm sure the game will go ahead there. In some ways, you sort of think, oh, could we play it at Wembley with a few fans in? But that's not going to happen. But should be a special occasion regardless.
It will be a special occasion, and we'd all love to be there. We're privileged to be here tonight watching this. And for me, if there's any team out there who've got the attributes to beat Man City, you can drop off into that low block.
And they did it just a few weeks ago.
Exactly. Sometimes you find a team that's all wrong for you. Maybe Pep's going to try and do something different. But look, this was the game a few weeks ago. Chelsea getting on the ball, they was excellent this day, and nobody's done this to Man City. Look, them runners, that what we saw tonight against Real Madrid, pick the right pass out. Ziyech on this occasion. It's going to be a great game. Open football.
They're probably the only team, certainly in recent months, that have almost bossed a game against Manchester City.
Yeah. It's horses for courses, isn't it? Manchester City, the best team in Europe. I've no doubt about that. However, one-off game. If it was a two-legged game, then you'd favour City even more probably. But on a one-off game, as the lads say, they have got the tools to hurt anybody, as we saw in the FA Cup semi-final. So it is going to be fascinating, a tactical battle as well.
Yeah.
Two great minds of football going head-to-head.
And exactly with that. They're so clever, aren't they? Tuchel yet to win a Champions League. Pep's won it twice, but he's yet to win it, as he always says himself, without Messi.
Yeah, and I think Pep's won 14 out of 15 finals he's managed in, which is ridiculous. It's like Zidane-like, crazy. But listen, it's mouth-watering. I think there's fantastic players. What really I love about it as well, there's about 7, 8, 9 English players that are going to be playing in the Champions League final. We're talking about experience. If we're being selfish, talking about England going forward, that experience to take into a tournament. But for Champions League, it's the dream final for us now.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Hopefully we go to Istanbul, get a little town.
2 years ago, there were 2 English teams in the final. I know there weren't last year. We've got possibly 2 teams in the Europa League final again. That happened 2 years ago. Are we looking at a period of domination in English football? I remember Arsene Wenger saying 10 years ago they want to set up a European Super League to diminish the English Football League, and he may have had a point. It didn't happen on this occasion.
For sure, and I think after 2010 there was a little lull. I think when Rio's Manchester United team sort of 13, 14 started to dip off a little bit, but now we're back with a bang. Now we are the bosses of Europe, Premier League football. 5 or 6, 7 of the teams could comfortably compete in the Champions League. We've got Manchester City in the final, Chelsea in the final, Arsenal, Manchester, and it could have been, could have been any number of our top 8 teams playing, because we've got so much quality, and it's pleasing, and we should be proud as a nation that we've got all these great teams.
And Rio mentioned it, some really, really tasty English young footballers playing beautiful football. Best we've seen in a generation or 2.
Definitely. So exciting for the summer, of course, with England. I think Mason Mount and Phil Foden for that matter, could be 2 of the best players in the world in the future. I think they're that good. It's so exciting to watch their progress.
Up there with Mbappe and Haaland, possibly.
Honestly, I think they're gonna get there. Certainly Foden. In fact, seeing Mount as well live here, he's a phenomenal player. But Foden could develop into one of the best players England has ever seen.
Do you agree, Rio?
Yeah, I said yesterday after that game that I think he's on form, the best young talent in the world at the moment. But yeah, I agreed. If he keeps developing, Mason Mount, we've got Jack Grealish, Sterling, Rashford, Sancho. We're talking Bellingham. All of them players there have the potential to be on the top table of players in world football. So it's mouth-watering for us as fans, people at home watching, but the England manager now. Gareth Southgate, imagine being him, having that at your disposal.
It's fantastic. They're very young at the moment, but this team can only
let them play. Let them play.
Go exactly. For it. And this tournament in the summer, it's almost a free hit for Gareth, because he's got the World Cup in 18 months after, whatever it is. Go, let them play. Get them out there. It's going to be so exciting.
Well, he can certainly go and watch some of his players in the Champions League final. We're about out of time, Michael. Joe, thank you very much, Rio, as well. That's it from us. We're off to Istanbul for a Turkish delight and a full English. What a treat from all of us here. Goodbye.